Let's follow Nate as he does his watch. Nate knows how important power plant watch is, so he arrives on time, signs in, and tags into the generator room. Tagging in is important. We need to know if someone is in the generator room in case of emergency. He goes into the power plant control room first. There, he picks up the data recorder laptop. To use the recorder, first remove the charging cable. Then, turn it on by using the slide switch on the side. The stylus is used to enter data. It is located in the corner of the unit. Slide it out. Now he's ready to log in and enter data. First, enter the password. The password is capital P 0 W3 R. If the keyboard display is not present at the bottom of the screen, just wave the stylus on the bottom. There are tabs for each of the areas in the power plant just above the keyboard display. Touch the tab with the stylus to go to that screen. In the water room, he first checks the water level of our 2 storage tanks. There are sight tubes on each tank. He enters the data into the laptop carefully, as he does with all entries on his watch. Next, he checks the water flow gauge. There are 2 temperatures to obtain. The thermometers are both labeled. A quick check to make sure the water valves are open, and he's done in the water room. Now it's time to check the fuel levels. There are 2 fuel gauges. He enters the data for each in the laptop. The generator room is next. Nate puts on his hearing protection before entering. Personal protective equipment is always his first priority. Don't forget to turn on the lights. He goes to the primary generator, which is online. If more than one are operating, the primary will be the one that has a small table and a laptop on top of it plugged into the generator. He starts collecting and recording data. First, he checks the battery charger. It's on the back wall behind the generator. Next, he checks the oil level of the engine. The sight glass must show half or more of oil. He checks to see which pump is running. He also gets the output pressure at this time. Then he moves over and gets the input pressure of the pump that's running. Then he reads the kilowatts from the right-hand digital meter display. He checks the annunciation lights at the top of the generator control panel. The last section of generator data is taken off the laptop stationed on the small table next to the primary generator. Nate reads the information off the screen and enters it into his laptop. Next, he moves to the Heating Systems tab on his laptop. Here, he determines which pump is running and obtains the pressures off the input and output gauges. He moves to the other side of the station heat loop and checks the pumps on that side, determining which one is running, and obtains the pressures off the gauges there as well. Sometimes generator 4 will be running. It's also called the peaker generator. Its readings are taken from each side and from the back of the unit. Nate's completed his inspection in the generator room, and on his way out, he turns the lights off. He returns the ear muffs and the data unit back to their appropriate locations, remembering to plug the charger back into the data laptop. Don't forget to tag out before leaving. Power plant watch is now complete. Good work, Nate.